last build of the week. Or last stream for at least for Sunday. For the week anyway, yeah. Usually, if you're... Some of you are probably wondering what my schedule looks like now. Well, I've decided to update that for you guys. It'd be nice if my character... if I could think about there. So, tonight's episode is a Flip This Camp episode. It is called Camp 94. This is actually going to be an update build on my build. Now, those of you who are either friends with me personally or watch the show regularly, you'll know that, oh hey, you just built this beautiful camp that's right in front of me. Yes I did. However, with the most recent update from this weekend about, 94 opening up in a few weeks, I've decided I'm going to move my camp from here in Flatwoods all the way up to somewhere around Vault 94. Yep, I'm doing it. At long last, I'm going to have a mire build. I freaking hate the mire. It's dark and bleh and tons of stuff. But the reason I'm building up here is I always usually do this. When there's a new extra fun DLC, I put a camp nearby where this major spawn point is. Some of you met me when I had my cool camp over by Project Paradise, which actually was a really fun build, and it was one of my first workshop-y style builds. So now that they're starting to open up vaults, thank goodness. We only waited all summer for it. I've decided I'm going to start building here by 94. And it's also going to be an opportunity for me to kind of take a look at this top northern region that I never go to, as well as a good chunk of the mire, which is still, if you are looking at the map, for me is very, very, very bland and unused. Because, like I said prior, I hate the mire. But now I'm a high enough level to where I can take on the mire in a build and enjoy and, work on, adventures through it because it's time. So, that being said, I came over to a semi-busy server, which was kind of smart, kind of dumb, because I should really leave the shop open for sales, but I'm not. But before I break down and build Camp 94, as I'm calling it, I want you guys to see what my current camp looks like before I chop it up. So this is what I'm calling the Riverside Camp, because if you go look that way, there's Riverside Manor, there's the secret entrances to certain factions. From here, Charleston and Summersville Dam and Wade Airport. If you go this way, you're going all the way up into the Ash Heap, and if you go this way, you're going to be going into the Savage Divide and the White Springs, Uncanny Caverns, all sorts of stuff. So again, a little perspective where my camp is here, Fissure Site over there. But luckily, I've been lucky. I haven't gotten a lot of, what shall I say, Scorch Beasts, primarily because they all end up floating over to this side of the realm, not the other side. That's great. Now, let's start with the exterior. The exterior of the house, of course, I got the really big billboard signs. I'm telling you guys, I'm not a pay-to-win player, but I definitely am when it comes to camp stuff. I admit it. I don't even care if it glitches or what. Backside of camp is my farm and my water purifiers, power generator hidden here, and going in here is my personal apartment. Got a couple of small things going on in here. I didn't really do a whole lot this time around with my apartment because I spent more time on the rest of the house, on the rest of the build, and you'll see in a second what I mean. As we're going through the front side again, come into the side door here, and in here is the workshop room. Workshops, lots of fun stuff. I'm going to close this door here. Sitting spot in case you just want to sit for a second. I found these tables recently in one of my most recent plants I picked up, and it also duels as a stash, so I just decided to kind of make it like it's a, hey, I'm going to sit all my shit down on this table, and oh, by the way, it's a stash. Double power armor stations. Upstairs is the lounge. Of course, the lounge has got my 2 guilds, PKOA and Owada. Up the stairs, I got some more fun stuff up here. We're going to start with a view. And in here, yes, I finally bought the fireplace, you guys. It only took me like, I don't know, 6 to 8 months to finally get one. A little desk here for a stash, some chairs, lots of chairs. I'm doing a boat ton of chairs again. Cigarette stash, little mini chillin' bar, the punch bowl, which now works, because see, look, you can actually take stuff from it. Oh darn, I just showed you guys how I'm doing my current drink rotation. It might change when I get back to Camp 94. Of course, the piano, some artwork, Nuka-Cola machine that works, that looks great, but doesn't really work, which I wish it did. It'd be great. Come on, man. Long-term goals. All the long-term goals. My favorite part of this camp, however, is actually the shop. I have to admit, like, I had seen a lot of greenhouse builds. The greenhouse came with that new green bundle that, like, nobody really wanted the plants for. Everyone really wanted the greenhouse. And, of course, we had to pay $15 for a bunch of plants and a really big greenhouse. The greenhouse, of course, is where I also hosted the shops. And, of course, a little chair for people who are waiting. Ammo, tons of these really nice plants. Like, okay, I have to give them to them, though. That the plants that they did put in here is really pretty. Including that. The cat was part of it. And then the big Deathclaw one, which I couldn't find room for. I could have put it on the other side, but I ran a budget. We come to find out you can put conduits into the greenhouse. You can also put traditional conduits. As you can see, I put a traditional conduit up there for the lamp. But then I got these really cool extra conduits here. And you could have... I have a friend who did this really cool, like, lights build with meter lights in one of our fellow guild members' green domes. I just didn't want to do it like that. I kept it simple. So there's that. With, of course, the open sign and the store and the thing. You'll notice this time around, instead of just having big red stash boxes, I wanted to utilize like the items that dueled as one. So I've got the newsstand here as one. I've got the bear-proof trash can, which is great against schools right here. And of course the decontamination shower is chilling right here. So there's all of that, and of course the place is very well turreted. I had a turret. I have a turret here. I have a turret in the center on top of the utility / apartment, and then I have one over on the opposite side, monitoring this side of the camp. And this side of the camp doesn't really get hit too much by stuff. In fact, I'll tell you, I ended up with all this extra center space, and the reason being this time is I wanted more street on this build. I should have gotten more corner and came out to here, but I knew there were issues coming out this far. But it's max budget, and I'm thoroughly impressed and I really liked this build. It was actually a really fun build, and I think I did it in 2 hours. Or let me put it like this: the foundations and the building took me about 2 hours, and then the actual decorating took me like 3 days. Because how I do it is, I'll lay down the building and set it up in like maybe an hour, but then I'll spend 2 to 3 days playing with the interior design and decorations, and then before I'm like fully satisfied and go, yep, I'm done with this camp build. So really, the initial build is about an hour and a half. Then the tweaking is about another 30 minutes to 3 days, depending on what the heck I'm doing. So take a good look at this camp, guys, because this is it. In a minute, I'm going to go down over to Vault 94, and we're going to choose... I kind of pre-scoped out a location, but we're going to look again, and then we're going to make a call, and then we're going to drop a new camp. And for those of you who know, I never build the same camp twice, so just because I have it gorgeous like this right now doesn't mean in 2 hours you're going to see a different kind of build. So stay tuned. If you're watching, you're in for a good fun time. Here we go. It's also a really busy night out here. Everybody's out here. Who else is here? A couple other homies, but for the most part, it's just kind of a nice open night. It's kind of fun and pretty cool, I think. Tom's camp is down here somewhere, but I don't see it because he doesn't have vending machines on. Alright. I forget that it's always expensive to do this way. So, why am I moving to Camp 94 besides a challenge and, exploring an area of the game I don't normally frequent? Well, there's also the fact that when Vault 94 opens up, a lot of us have our camps spread out all over the map, and only, maybe 1 or 2 of us live in the Mire. So, and none of us, I think all vaults going forward should just be fucking free to spawn to, because this is nuts. Not leaving the server, seriously? Just traveling causes me to leave the server. And of course I got pictures of the camp at night and during the day, because this is actually one of my first builds that afterwards I was kind of like, yeah, I'm done. This is it. I don't have to change it 15 more times. So we'll see what we're going to do tonight. First of all, hello camp. Hello Vault 94. I'm going to tape a little bit of what we're working with here so you guys kind of see what's going on. So, Vault 94 going to build is going to be a little different, but if you're looking for a place to camp nearby, I recommend over here. And if you're a low level, I don't recommend you building over here at all. It's tough up here. We've got sheep squatches. I got Deathclaws in Hopewell Cave. There's epic scorch beasts over here. On the Mire side, you have everything that has to do with water here. So there you go. But I want to at least show you what Vault 94 looks like. I need this table in my life. If anyone's got that plan, let me know. And we're going to go into the door. So, looking on the outside, this is what it looks like. It's a really self-explanatory camp. It looks very verdant. It reminds me a lot of Vault 34 from Fallout New Vegas. That's right, I said it. Before you get too excited, though, can we go in there right now? No, we can't. Here's why. Greetings and welcome to Vault 94. On behalf of the Vault 94 International Intentional Community, it's my pleasure to welcome to our home. We're founded on the principles of faith, nonviolence, and communal life in harmony with nature. That probably didn't end so well.